Hi, Alfred. Welcome
Hi,
to
Aaron.
WebRTC Live. Good to see you. You were at CommCon UK recently. How was the experience?
It was pretty interesting. I was able to like listen to some cool topics and yeah, just meet some new people. It was really
Excellent.
interesting. Yeah.
Nice. Well, I'm sure Dan Jenkins and the CommCon crew took good care of you there, and I'm sure it was a really cool conference as they always do. What insights did you have at the conference? Were there any particular talks that were favorites for you?
Yeah, there are a lot of interesting things they mentioned in some of the talks. There was one open source audio and video solution called Oryx, which I haven't heard before about. It seems really powerful, and it has many features, the usual ones like authentication, streaming, recording, transcoding, and all that. But it also integrates OpenAI, so it has live transcription and translation. And
Nice.
it also had stream recognition and video on demand dubbing, so it could translate the whole meeting. It's a pretty powerful tool, so I'll keep an eye on that.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
go ahead.
yeah, there were also a few other things like from Dan Jenkins, which he talked about iceperf.com.
Mhm.
And it's a tool to test the performance for both stand turn and specifically the time to receive a nice candidate, and also the latency and throughput for turn. And he did a comparison between some of the most important turn providers. And this was it went live just a few weeks ago before the JanusCon. And soon it will be live with live stats soon, really soon. And there were some interesting also new features coming up. So like testing media by default instead of sending small packets, and then analysis on the providers, on the cost, and testing open source and testing CPAS. So yeah, a lot of things.
Very cool. Yeah, certainly turn traffic is a really important part of WebRTC applications at scale. So be
Yeah.
interested to see more as that project from Dan evolves. Yeah, Alfred, I know you'll be blogging more about this on our site at WebRTC.ventures. So we'll have more information there from CommCon UK. Thanks for sharing your thoughts with us. And now let's go to Justin Williams at CommCon San Francisco. All right, well, Justin, thanks for joining us. I know you were at CommCon in San Francisco. How's the event been?
It's been really awesome. Well, this is my first time at CommCon. It's really awesome to see all the people that I've been seeing online on YouTube Live in person, meeting everybody. Everybody is super nice, super friendly. So it was really easy to talk to everybody. And yeah, having a great time.
Excellent. I'm glad to hear that. It is our little world of WebRTC people is a relatively small, very friendly group, and so yeah, it's always great anytime you get a chance to see people in person. So I'm glad you've had that opportunity. So yeah, tell us a little bit about something that you've learned or thought was cool about some of the speakers at CommCon.
Yeah, well, honestly, what I thought was really great is there's a good diversity of the topics that people are talking about. So some of the really interesting ones are, as we've seen Pion in the past, it's a Go implementation of WebRTC. We saw some demonstrations for Elixir implementations of WebRTC, which is very interesting. We've seen things that are in a little bit of a different realm. So like companies like Zipfront that have demonstrated a product for load testing WebRTC at a high scale, specifically around call centers. And then talks another one that was really interesting, and it was quite fun too, because there's a little bit of banter involved, which was to step away from WebRTC and maybe look at other solutions such as Quick over UDP, which solves slightly different problems. That's mostly what the banter was funny about. But we're looking at different solutions that people are bringing and working on, and it's just so interesting to see.
Excellent. Well, You dropped a lot of great topics there. I think we just nailed down 6 or 7 future episodes of WebRTC Live with things we could talk about there. So, but we'll have to keep our conversation short for today. But Justin, I'm sure you'll get a blog up on our site at WebRTC.ventures soon, talking more about what you've learned, and we'll provide some links for people to learn more about a lot of those topics you mentioned, and learn a little bit more about the banter around Quick over UDP. Look forward to learning that myself. Thanks a lot for being there, Justin.
Thanks a lot, Aaron.